Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, so that means it's Talk Tuesday. We are here at the straight road, and we're still pretty close to the beginning of walk. Oh, that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, you're stuck around a shrub. Weather is pretty nice, like it's milder, which is thankful after sorry, as you're just like staring at snow. Keep going, you're fine. You're fine. There we go. Okay, go. You're free. Go. All right. Yeah. So it's a bit milder out this week, which is pretty welcome considering how cold it's been for the last little bit. And as you can see by the photos, most of our time is spent at my winter go-to place that has no name. But today, just to switch it up, thought I'd bring them to the straight road. There's enough of a parking spot there that I can bring them here, just for a change of scenery. And speaking of, who do we have today? So, Kronk in the front, Maggie, Murphy, Hamish and Phoebe, and Nova. And an update from last week is we are still working on Maggie's manners, but it does appear that after a couple of days of being reintroduced to what the rules are, she's back on track. That being said, she is still a puppy, so I am still having her on long line just in case. Yeah. So I wanted today to talk a little bit about, go on, Nova. Go. About a question I had yesterday in a puppy session was about enrichment. Now, if you're on Facebook, there is an excellent canine enrichment group on Facebook that has a whole bunch of ideas, and it's actually one of the reasons I haven't really tackled doing some bonus videos on enrichment stuff, is just because it's such a huge category, like it's such a huge world. And honestly, and this is purely from a trainer's perspective, a trainer being me, the best enrichment that you can do with your dog is like a 10-minute training session once or twice a day. Right? Like, I'm gonna say that because that is a really good way to increase the bond you have between you and your dog, to really have them be the best. Okay. Yeah, now we're in a thing here. Now, there are some setbacks with long lines. This is why we don't wrestle on a walk. Okay. Lift that paw. Get this one. Okay, you go. Did that fix you? Almost. She'll be back for me to fix that. Okay, yeah, I know. But you left before I said go, which means I wasn't done. Riveting content of snow there, sorry. Okay. Now we wait for the line to not be tangled in my snowshoes. Okay. So, are there some inconveniences with long line? Yes. Is it worth it to have it in case of emergency? Also, yes. Okay. So, yeah, obviously my first answer whenever anyone asks for enrichment is do training sessions with your puppy. Teach them something new, work on something old, increase the difficulty of something old using distance, duration, or distraction. All those things. Google different tricks on YouTube and teach them different tricks. Like, these are all excellent enrichment that involves you, and so solidifies the bond between you and your dog. Now, Is your dog, after 2 training sessions in a day, still not tired? Okay. Sure. Especially for puppies, like they hit a certain age and they're just like literal balls of energy. It can be really exhausting to tire them out. Especially given what breed they are. So like certain breeds, working breeds, herding breeds particularly, like say Australian Shepherd for an example, those dogs are bred to be on from sunup to sundown to help manage a farm, right? So admittedly, it can be a little exhausting to keep up with that energy. So then you sort of turn to different enrichment things, and like the simplest one, of course, everyone's heard of this one. You probably have one in your toy bin, is a Kong, right? They sort of look like, I don't know, like beehive shaped rubber thingies. Hold on, I'm untangling myself again. And they're hollow. They have a bigger hole at one end, a small hole at the other end. You fill them typically. Poor Murphy. Oh no. Murphy's like, move, you crazy girls. There we go. Okay. Yeah, usually people advise like peanut butter, or I think Kong even makes their own stuffing and stuff. I don't know. I do use Kongs, not very frequently, but especially for, yeah, are you tangled again? Stop circling in the same direction. Oh, both like, oh, no again, sorry. There you go. Okay, go. I mean, the good news is she always comes to me when her legs are tangled, so I can fix it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, they're a pretty decent toy. They encourage like licking, and that's always good. Like, it's a good feeling for your dog to lick things. So it's definitely a good option. If you are going to use it, I highly recommend freezing whatever you put in it. Like, good options would be like plain yogurt, some pumpkin, sweet potato. All of those things are pretty good for gut health. And you are just going at it today, miss. Okay. Sorry, usually she doesn't get tangled nearly as much. Yeah, definitely do a search on Google just to make sure that whatever you're thinking of putting in there is dog safe. Shredded zucchini, another great option. Berries, you can mush them up a little bit, put them in there, freeze it. A good way to see, like, now keep in mind, these are all just suggestions. Not all dogs are gonna like each thing. So like test them beforehand to see if your dog's excited about eating it, because if they're not, then like they're not gonna play the game for it, right? So those are all good things. There's also, I know they carry it in Pet Value. I'm not sure where else, but there are 2 brands I know of, Primal and Stella and Chewy. They both make sort of like dehydrated raw food nuggets, just with different meats and stuff. So you can get one of those. Hey, no. I know that wasn't your fault, bub. That was not smart of the other 2. Go, you're fine. Go. But you can rehydrate those, smear those on the inside. And then, of course, along the same lines, we're close to time, so I guess this is what I'm saying. It's a huge category. I can't get to everything. But along those same lines, you can use a similar idea, like make sort of a paste. Licky mats are a great... Kronk! I don't know what you're rolling in, but no, go. I see that shoulder drop, and I know it's not good. We'll just stop here for a second. So, yeah, licky mats, a great option. Also, what I love about these is you can use them really easily when you're doing things like cutting nails or grooming and stuff like that. My vet actually uses them which I was very impressed by. The last time we went in for Kronk, they just distracted him with a licky mat while they did things that might be a little bit uncomfortable. What's great about that is it's giving a really positive association to something that might otherwise be kind of negative. But yeah, licky mats are a great option. Kongs. There are a bunch of toys by West Paw, like the Wobbler and things like that. They are a bit more expensive, but they will last just like a Kong. Like a lot of cheaper toys, if you have a heavy chewer or something like that, they don't take the wear and tear. I'll try to go into this a bit more with some bonus content, but for now, because we're getting close to that time where YouTube gives me sass, I'm gonna say goodbye. So if you have any questions about this or any other video, you know what to do. Otherwise, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.